smooth on Your Music is Bad, and You Should Feel Bad. Not you personally, of course, but the individuals responsible for the music in question. Hey, this is Matt Lee, and you're listening to Your Music is Bad, and You Should Feel Bad. And this week we have a particularly bad little gem from the internet that we had kept under our metaphorical hats until now for fear that it would go viral and somehow positively reinforce the creator, and thus more of it would be made. It seems there's been enough time and the project seems to be done, so I think we're safe. So that's Tha Gatherin, the Magic the Gathering rap group. Yeah, you're going to want to hear about that. But a few other things first. If you enjoy the podcast, please subscribe on iTunes or yourmusicisbad.com. And you can also follow me on Twitter at TheOneTrueMatt. And like us on Facebook and all the other stuff. Check it out.
Yeah, so next week we have King Diamond is
On
somehow
Friday?
playing three shows. No, three. Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Right.
We have Friday.
Right, we have Friday, and then
Trent has Saturday.
I have no day. Yet another show. I'm not going to.
And
sadly.
that shit sold out fast.
Where's it? Terminal 5 or something? I feel like it's... I have it written
or
down.
Or is it Best Buy?
That sounds like...
Which, by the way, is now the PlayStation Theater.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it changed its name again.
It probably sold
No,
it.
it's been that way for a minute.
Yeah.
There hadn't been a lot of shows going on there for most of the year.
I mean, I saw Steven Wilson there. Saw Meshuggah there last year.
That is where they play.
The place sounds great. It's really well. So Steven Wilson always his 5.1 stuff that he does live. I mean, it didn't work this last show because I was like way back in the corner. But the previous time I saw him, it was amazing because you're actually if you're actually in the middle, then you can actually hear the. I mean, it
pretty well organized venue too. Like they get everyone in and out quickly.
Yeah. No, I really like that place, and that's why it was one of those things where I was like, oh, King Diamond, like that's a good place. If it's going to be a whole, production. With
if you know anyone who has a ticket, hook me up.
Yeah.
What are we looking for?
Just which venue it's actually at.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure
it's both of the ones close to my house. So.
The Nokia PlayStation Best Buy Theater. Hey, Sebastian accepted my friend request. Sebastian being the lead singer of the second band we're seeing next week, which is Braindance, which is the best, if not only, progressive dark wave band around.
I'm telling you, man, fractured actor.
Yeah.
We're charging hard. PlayStation Theater. Venue, Best Buy Theater. At the top, there's a banner. So this is a receipt for my ticket. At the top, there's a banner that says PlayStation Theater. And then you scroll down, and it says Venue, Best Buy Theater. Okay, so now that we have the info, let's do that again.
Anyway, so... Okay.
So there's a couple really good shows this week that we should tell people about in the event that they happen to hear this.
I will
before we go.
I will make sure this one gets out before that via like subscription with an app, and like it's post live from NAMM or whatever.
Live from NAMM. Get this fire while it's hot.
Live from the tallest building in Tokyo.
live from the most measled hotel in Anaheim.
Live from the motel with the most dead hookers per capita in the greater Anaheim area. Anyway, so what my point is, I will get this out so that people, I'm not so much concerned about people actually being able to, well, for one thing, King Diamond is at least sold out Friday or Thursday and Friday. It might be, I'm not sure if Saturday sold out, but the first two nights sold out so fast, they keep adding.
I don't know. And there's something I want to talk about because I don't understand how King Diamond could sell out 3 shows. Because when I saw, here's the reference. When I saw him 15 years ago, right, the show was not sold out. Okay?
Right.
And metal was dead, right?
Yeah.
And metal is like a different thing now, but it's not like he did something new. It's not like he in that intervening time put something out that people were like, oh man, King Diamond. It's purely all like, metal nostalgia stuff,
Yeah.
right? But so then why King Diamond and not like Edge of Sanity or something, right?
It's. Oh, go ahead. I
So I have theory too.
We all have theories.
We
Go
all
ahead.
have theories, so we'll
Go ahead.
discuss them together. But the point that I want to drive home about this is like Jill had no idea who he was until I told her, and she was like, yeah, this is mildly amusing, right? And she's like, yeah, and I had a bunch of metalhead friends back home, and right, I'd never heard of this guy. It's not like everyone knows who Iron Maiden is, right?
Yeah.
Everyone knows who Judas Priest are. He's not that level. Something elevated him from, yes, one of the billion metal bands, right? To
pictures
like
on the internet.
this dude who can sell out 3 nights in a row in New York City. And I mean, so it's basically like, it's like he has a Halloween gimmick and people really like Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's literally the only thing I can think of.
Well, like 15 years ago, I knew tons of people who were into King Diamond. They were just dirt fucking broke. So all those people have money now, and he can tour. I mean,
That's
it still
I'm
shouldn't
sure that's
sell
a
out
factor.
souls
Well, here's my
shows,
thought.
But
King Diamond has always been to me. It's one of these things that I think. It's one of the things I'm assuming a lot of other people have treated it the same way I have, which is I've told a lot of people about King Diamond, not because he's my favorite musician or my favorite band, but because it's so distinct and it also is so hilarious in a certain way. I also think it's great. Like we talked about this before, and we're going to talk way more about King Diamond next week after the show, so I won't get too much into it. But the point is, it's so distinct with his style, but also cool that even though I know most of the people I would like force to listen to it aren't going to listen to King Diamond. I just want them to be like, hey, right? And that way, if I make a King Diamond joke, they know what the fuck I'm
They'll
talking
get
about.
it later, yeah.
But I have a feeling what happens is people do this, and over time, a lot of people actually go, yeah, this is ridiculous. And then they go home and fucking listen to King Diamond
what
because
I
they're
did.
like, Grandma! And they're like, yeah. And right. Well, no, here's what I used to
don't
do.
back in the day at Old Duff's, we'd like sit outside and smoke weed and listen to King Diamond.
Yeah.
It was a big joke. And then I was like, oh, I
But
like this.
here's the other part of it too. There have been pop culture and comedy references. Clerks 2 has a huge King Diamond reference in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was the best part of Clerks 2.
I believe it because I didn't watch the whole movie.
Right. Yeah. But right. So my thing is, it's one of those things where purely through word of mouth plus internet plus like
Crossover appeal.
Like you're not going to forget King Diamond, right?
Yeah.
If somebody shows you King Diamond, you might hate it, but you're probably going to remember it. And then when, especially again, if you point out the proper, comedic points, because that's always, I've got like, if I ever wanted to try stand-up comedy, I should just write a set about King Diamond, and then just like that'll be the entire set.
I usually show people the He-Man sings "Merciful Fate" video.
yeah, that one's pretty.
That's
good.
usually what I show people.
Well, what I don't know. I may edit this out because I want to make it happen, and I don't want to ruin it or have somebody else rip it off. But I can't believe nobody ever made a video, like that, of Elmo performing King Diamond. Like, what I actually want to see is Elmo like dressed as King Diamond and acting out a King Diamond performance. But I don't know any puppeteers
Wait, I don't get it.
because Elmo's voice. Like, okay, so the key thing is that
Because I was like, wouldn't it be the Count?
well, no, but it's no, and it's King Diamond. There's a point, especially I think on Abigail, where he laughs and it
Sounds like Elmo.
yeah, it sounds exactly like Elmo. And I don't know if Elmo even existed when that album came out.
Yes.
But yeah, you're right. He's been around a while.
I see. I didn't know if there was some joke about like touching children in there or
It's
something.
that they have the same voice.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
That's King Diamond's
he has the
falsetto
one,
voice.
Yeah, he has the falsetto voice. He
Is
doesn't have
Elmo.
the
Right. I gotta take a shit.
You could get the live hot puppet chat guy He's a puppeteer.
What?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
What?
Tristan
That's really new.
Newcomb
I gotta.
or something.
Yeah.
So we gotta watch this DVD one of these days.
Okay.
It's basically like these puppets, and they have like a sex hotline, but they're all
Wait,
really like
wasn't-
mentally ill characters.
Wasn't there a show on MTV where they like they took audio from other things?
Crank Yankers.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little different, but yeah.
Well,
That
you
would work
posted a
too.
video. I saw the one
Yeah.
you posted.
Barry Bible.
Yeah, it was really.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
I missed
whole
that.
show.
I don't even know what you're
It
talking
was
about.
like this, not public access, but like, you know, like colleges sometimes have their own
Yeah.
TV channel.
Right.
So some like USC or something, this show ran, and students would call in, and like these characters would fuck with them. It's really messed up. It's great show actually. And he's gone on to like turn some of those characters into like movies or something, like shitty, low
Yeah.
budget.
Yeah.
But if you need a puppeteer, I'm
So
All right, so we got to talk about some shows we're going to go to this week.
we just said that.
I was trying to give you a segue after the whole
I have
edit
like
thing.
us saying that 3 times. I can edit that together. I should edit it together in the most awkward way possible.
We just keep
so
repeating us
there's
saying
some
it.
shows
We're
this
gonna
week. King
go to
Diamond,
this
King
week.
Diamond, King Diamond, King Diamond.
Some shows.
King Diamond.
Hey, Matt, there's some shows this week, right?
There's some shows
Are we
this
gonna go to
week.
some shows? I think we're going to some
think there
shows
is some
this week.
we're going to some shows, right?
We're going to some shows this week. Some good shows this week.
There's some shows this week.
So what's going on this week, guys?
What shows are we going to
Some
this week?
shows?
Should we tell people about the shows we're going to go to?
No.
Oh.
I don't know, but I think we should tell them about the shows we're going to.
Nah.
Should you tell them about the
Seems like a waste
shows
of
you're
time.
not going to?
Damn it, I forgot. So yeah, Braindance. We're totally going to that. That's
Yeah.
what, Saturday?
If you
Saturday.
want to know more about Braindance, you should listen to our earlier episode where Rich and Eric talked about seeing them while I was at Prague Power. I think it's the post Prague Power recap episode.
I think it's the shows you missed episode.
Yeah.
Because you talk about the stuff we weren't at Prague Power
Yeah.
for, and
Oh,
we
yeah.
talk about the stuff
That's right, and
then we talk about Evergrey that Eric
Yeah.
missed.
So it's one of the 2 that show you missed episodes.
Yeah, but yeah, so I don't know, they're probably going to play a similar set, but this time at Santos Party House. But the lineup's bigger. There's more like DJs and stuff. There's also Jason. I think it's spelled Jaysin, the magician.
Oh, nice.
No, and did you guys see my thing on the event page?
No.
So I was like, what? And so I Googled it, and I found this video of him, and I posted it to the event page being like, is it this guy? And I feel like someone replied in the affirmative. So
Oh man.
definitely want to miss that.
So it's not even like comical. It's just a
No,
magic
it's
show?
like, yeah, and it's not, there was nothing I could tell from it that made it gothic or clubbier. It's like a children's magician, but an adult. Like, it was very strange.
So odds are the sound's going to be better than at the other show,
Yeah.
but there will be less crazy, ridiculous goth people. So
Yeah.
I don't know, but I think they're probably going to go on at like 2 or 3 in the morning. I don't know who else would be there.
Well, it's a party.
Yeah, it's the party house.
Go party at
Party at the party house. Braindance. And they Sebastian made a post not on the event page, which you guys didn't see. I tagged you guys in it, but then I remembered, you probably can't see this, where it was a still from the Lost video. And he was like, we're going to reenact this at the show. Yeah, right? And I was like, I don't know exactly what that means, but it's awesome. Like, there's nothing that this could mean that's not amazing.
I hope they set up the stage with weird pillars. That
I hope
are
they're-
in odd
man.
places.
I hope he just does the move.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, if he doesn't, we will. So
yeah. We will storm the stage. We should
we
jump
could be
up on
backup
stage.
dancers
And
and
just be
just
like,
be like,
Just push up to the rail just for that song, just to be like,
you just turn around and face the crowd.
yeah. This is a very visual joke, by the way. Go watch the Braindance video for Lost, and it'll probably make
But
sense.
not the animated one.
No.
right, the
The
live action.
and think about cracking the whip. You'll know what we're talking about. But in the meantime, okay, we're going to talk about this rare internet gem that Rich showed me a few years ago, and you said you've never really posted this or
Right,
much
no.
because you don't want to.
No, I went out of my way to not post this because I was so afraid of the Rebecca Black effect.
Yeah.
Because it's one of these things where it's so weird and it's so bad, but there's so many people that I know they know what this thing is that it totally could have gone viral. But I feel like it's old enough now that even if the video did go viral, like I feel the project is dead enough that it's not like gonna turn into a thing.
Wait, so
It would
this
just
is
be
actually happening. I know what this is.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and I think you're right because I like when we were talking about it for the podcast and I was re-listening to stuff. Yeah, it seems like a thing that they kind of put down, and he's doing other stuff now. He's got like 2 other projects that we will also talk about because they're also hilarious.
Oh yeah, and the I have no idea what the other guy's doing. The MC, I have no idea. So anyway, so this thing, it is a Magic the Gathering. For those of you who did not spend your youths playing Dungeons and Dragons and computer games and the like, this is a collectible card game that is a keyword for a game where your capabilities in the game are directly related to how much money you spent on the game. Okay. Basically, like you make a deck of cards, like, you were going to play any sort of card game, but they're also sort of like your pieces. So like imagine you're playing chess, but you show up with your own set of pieces, okay, in the form of cards. I guess Pogs and stuff was kind of a similar deal.
Kind of.
Pokemon, whatever.
Yeah.
What's like the biggest CCG? Is there something that normal people know?
I feel like
Magic.
it's
I
Magic.
think
It's
it's
Magic.
pretty
that's probably
normal.
the biggest
Yeah,
one.
It's
Yeah.
really
Yes.
It started it.
So it's this, but it's like a super nerdy game because all the cards are like, it's like D&D stuff. It's like dragons and magic and stuff, right? Well, obviously it's called Magic the Gathering. So these 2 dudes in Buffalo, like one guy was the producer and the other guy was an MC, made this Magic the Gathering rap album. Okay, and it's called that's THA Gatherin. No G, okay? And these guys have wicked Buffalo accents, which I looked this up because I thought this was super weird because these guys have St. Louis accents. It's the same.
Yeah.
They say so the St. Louis accent is this AR sound. Like, so instead of a normal person would say like car or far or for, like 44, you would say car or far or farty far. And also there's other words that are super nasally. So like mom or bag or bad becomes mom, bad, bag. Like it's this weird thing. And then there's some bonus fun words like wash turns into wash.
And all of Western New York has
And
this
yeah,
accent.
and theater turns into, I just said it. Theater. I'd like that's the only. I actually can't defeat that. That's the one part of my accent I've never been able to get rid of. I say theater. Yeah. So I looked this up on Wikipedia because I was like, this is super weird. Why do these guys have St. Louis accents? And they showed there's this corridor, and it goes from St. Louis like up through Illinois, makes a right turn through Michigan, and goes over to Buffalo.
It's the Rust Belt.
Yeah, it's this. So we all have this accent. So these guys with this just horrible accent have this rap album about this Dungeons and Dragons-esque card game, and it's so much worse than whatever you're imagining right now. It's so bad. Like, okay, so first of all, this isn't a pressing. Like people, this isn't a personal issue that affects anyone, right? This isn't music the world needed to hear. And then it's really bad music. Okay.
Yeah, it's sort of like when people try to make parody songs about nerdy things and they forget that they're supposed to be funny. I mean, it's also just because they aren't capable of making them funny. But they're like, hey, it's like there was an I don't even want to mention it because I hate it so much. There was I forget what this group is called, but there's a group of women and they make videos and their name involves unicorns in some way because they're hot and it's about nerdy stuff, and so they're but they did a song called All About That Bass, and it was like the song All About That Bass, but it was about the Death Star from Star Wars, which is a stretch.
Ugh.
That's a stretch, right? All about that bass, like it's a like a
star
base, like a
base?
star base, military base, which is a stretch, and then the rest of it continues to be a stretch because it doesn't work.
But it did go viral, so
It did. Well,
it
again,
accomplished its goal.
because of the
Thankfully,
hot
I did
girls in
not-
it.
And Star Wars.
I did not catch
Cosplay,
that
yeah.
virus.
Star
me
Wars,
either.
hot girls, cosplay.
No, I mean I
Right.
didn't even know it existed.
But like nerd rap can be good. I mean,
Oh,
you've
yeah,
got
no,
like,
hold on.
Yeah,
it's a subgenre
This is
of
different.
nerd rap.
This is not just
what makes it.
I'm saying I'm comparing it to that because it's that kind of weirdly specific thing that nobody really needed you to rap about, and then on top of that, again, it's the incompetence.
Yeah,
combined-
no, it's so
combined
no
with
because right. So Whitey Cracker the nerd rap entertainment system is brilliant.
Yeah.
I hate everything else he's done, but that album is amazing.
And
Right?
I hate MC Chris. Can we do an album about him one of these days? Or episode. Sorry.
Yeah. Sure, I'm
Derpy today.
relatively indifferent.
The only thing I know about him
Chris.
is the Aqua Teen Hunger
Yeah, I
Force.
mean, I know that he
That's
popped- he
literally
popped up.
all I know.
He was on. He was on SeaWorld too, or Sea Lab.
I like C-Lab.
He
I hate
Sea Lab's
MC
great.
Chris.
No, but my point
don't
is
know that
he's
I've
all
seen
over Adult Swim. Is my point is that
Yeah.
that's the only place I know him from is he pops up in a ton of Adult Swim stuff.
I feel like his stuff is like the same, like just bad, unnecessary.
Yeah, I mean, it's
as The
way more
Gathering.
competent than The Gathering, though,
Yeah.
if in terms of pure rapping ability. All right, we need to listen to an example. Let me pull up the album. If you want to like do your own masochistic research, they are on Spotify, and let's see, The Gathering.
Or you could purchase the album from Star City Games. It's only $9.99.
The album is also called The Gathering.
$9.99.
So my
Can we throw money in the bank at people during that performance?
Yeah, I don't know. We actually managed to not talk about pro wrestling on the last episode. That was amazing.
so introduce. I don't remember. Do you remember this intro track?
Well,
Introducing.
no, because the thing is, this wasn't one of my gripes with the album. Is the
Right.
tracks are completely out of order. There's a very obvious order that the track should be in because there's a track where okay, this is another thing I got to point out. Over half of the songs that I heard, and I have not heard the whole album because I don't know if I could take it, but also like I just heard the 6 that were on YouTube. They have these spoken intros where they explain the song, right? Because it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
And some of them still don't make sense, even with the explanations. But there's one song, and it's called Shuffle 'Em Up. And in the spoken intro, he's like, like before the game starts, like before you even draw your opener. And you're like, yes, so this should clearly be the first track on the album.
Right.
Yeah.
Not only thematically, but it is the correct, like, upbeat jam
Right,
way,
right.
where it's like, this is how you start an album. Everything about this says you start the album with this. It's like track 7.
Yeah. Well, okay. Part of this though is also, remember, we figured out this album is like a Frankenstein as far as it
yeah.
started off as like they did like a 4-track EP, and that's what the original videos. 'Cause there's also we originally just heard them on YouTube.
Yeah,
They have
well,
these
right.
really
it's-
bad
so
lyric
it
videos.
started on YouTube, and what it was they made these 4 tracks, and then some girl that they know used some program where basically she just like typed the lyrics in because every frame the lyrics are in the same like distressed font, whatever,
Yeah.
and so they just show up.
It's
as
like
they rap.
It's like, think of the earliest example you ever saw of a lyric video. That's what it looks like. It's like iMovie, more like Windows Movie Maker.
Windows Media Player. back in the
And
day.
yeah, and it's just like just slide after slide of the lyrics. But instead, so they had these 4 tracks, and then
Then later they made like 2 more.
Yeah, they added more, and now
And then they did a whole album. And when they advertised the album, so if you go, I'm not kidding, you can buy the album on Star City Games. And there's this page on there, and they go there, and it says, including a dozen brand new tracks, as well as and I'm quoting, as well as all the original hits.
You're actually helping them sell this album. You should be ashamed of yourself.
No,
nobody's gonna buy it.
we're also going to talk about his other projects where he asks for money, okay? Because whatever. That's
all right, so-
it's worth it to me for the comedy of getting this
All
out.
right, first thing first, because we got it. There's a few that we need to hear let's just shuffle them up.
Yeah, shuffle them up.
Yo, man. All right, well, we're about to talk about.
This is that explanation.
How much can happen before the game even gets underway? Like before you even draw your opener. Because before you make your first land drop, you gotta shuffle. I'm talking about the riffle, the pile, and then you shuffle them all. Because they shuffled enough. Well, your deck's like a seal pool, but mine's pretty awesome. Turn 1 visions and a turn 2 blossom. Cards in your opener, think that you got some. Here comes Thoughtseize. Whoops, you lost them. And just like that, you shuffle.
All right. We gotta talk about this.
I think that Tom Green song from way back in the day is
hold
better than
I
that.
was just laughing. I had to like move away from the mic because every time I hear this guy, I forget how bad and how white his rapping
Right.
is.
No, so that's the first point I want to make. This is all right. If this is not the definition of cultural appropriation, because these guys, they're clearly like trying to sound like something else.
Yeah.
Right. In quite frankly, this is literally offensively bad.
Yeah.
This is the definition of offensively bad.
Right.
Okay.
Which is funny because if they did a better job, it wouldn't be. It would just be idiomatic.
Now, here's something I'm gonna blow everyone's minds right now. So like that beat and the mix and everything, that's actually the best one that they have. They're all worse than that because that one is like layered and kind of has a riff.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, the other ones are worse. You just heard the best part of the album. Okay, think about that. So there's the horrible accents, the like trying to sound black, the horrible just theme of the whole thing, and then the thing that drives me nuts. The whole album is this way where the dude has no flow. It's all this sing-songy dun 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 dun. Like that's the whole thing. Like they're all like this.
Well, I mean, there's a ton of rap that's super popular like that right now.
No, but
that's
it's
a
like
different
it's like when
episode.
you watch the karate rap and they're like, "Don't and I'm here to say, don't burn it
Right,
every
okay.
day." And you're like, "Oh,
Right. So we got to talk about this because this is an interesting idea that I got from you, and I got it from a conversation we had the day you showed me this originally. And this is an idea that I mentioned it on another one we were talking about, like Iggy Azalea or something, because it relates to that. It's the whole like right, is it offensive to rap and sound black if you're not? And it turns out that it's at this point it's just become part of the style of music, right?
Yeah.
Because if you rap and you sound like this, right? To sound the whiter you sound rapping, like the worse you are at rapping. Like that's the current sort of response, right? Like that's so.
But what's worse, to sound white or to be a really bad
Well, right, that's the thing. So
version of trying to sound black?
right, but that's the thing with this, right? Is that it's the fact that they didn't do it well. What's why it is offensive. If they had effectively, like if they sounded like Eminem, it would be like, oh no, they're legit. It's, it's
because
real.
it's because essentially their inadequacy shows that they have no business trying to do it.
Right, it shows that they're trying to do something that there is not.
They're not sufficiently informed.
Right, it isn't in them. It's not part of their experience.
It's appropriative.
Right, exactly.
They're not Snow.
Right, it's like
Who actually grew up in the hood. And
Michael McDonald is from the streets.
He's your brother
of Detroit. You don't know him, but he's your brother.
Yeah, no. So this is awful, and that right there, we covered a lot of my main points. Right, there's the weird spoken explanation. There's the whole thing. Like you should give them a taste of another song. Like,
I'm gonna.
Oh, okay. Do you have one that you want to do next?
Right. I was gonna intro my favorite, which is the I don't know if they explained at the beginning, but I'm gonna explain it anyway. This is based on a specific Magic card. And I don't know what it does. Also, let me shoehorn in my personal Magic thing here, because I did not play Magic the Gathering.
Oh, I did. And I know what this card does because I went and looked it up after I heard this song.
What card is
Of course.
It's the title of the song. We'll get there.
And they'll say it
wondering
enough.
if I
You won't
knew it.
forget once we play it, because they say it like 300 times.
It's the refrain.
right. And the refrain is just them repeating it like 50 times in a row. Yeah.
And we just talked about how I feel about repeating.
Right.
It's not like the Juggalo band that's named after a Magic card, is it?
What?
Black Lotus.
Oh, I didn't know that was
after
the
a
inspiration.
It's gotta be.
The
Come on.
original. No, it doesn't have to be.
No, there's so many things that could be a reference to.
No, and like Lotus is like a
True.
mafia reference. Like there's all
Yeah.
kinds of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
No, but so yeah, Black Lotus was in the original card set. That was the most valuable card because
okay.
that was the in the beginning of the game, the quickest way to like get stuff out onto the board was to have a Black Lotus.
We're also talking about Juggalos, and they don't have enough cultural awareness. To
Well, they
come up
probably
with-
couldn't have afforded a Black Lotus. I mean, the card was like $300 like
Yeah.
15 years ago.
Yeah. Okay, so I used to go to this gaming center in Milwaukee. It was called the Virtual Gaming Center, which is funny because
it was a physical
virtual.
place.
Right, it was a physical
Gaming
place you went to, and there was no virtual reality. It was just.
It was just reality.
Oh wait, maybe it was Video Gaming Center. That makes a lot more sense. Shit. Anyway,
all of your fans in Wisconsin are gonna,
well, it hasn't been there for 25 years. Wait, 20 years? 20 years. 20 years. Mid-90s. But here's the thing. You want to know what really ruined that place? Magic the Gathering. So you would go there. This is before like even had like local BBSs to like play Doom on and stuff.
Yeah.
But you would go there. They had two local area networks of 4 computers each.
LAN party
Yeah,
place?
it was a LAN place where you could pay hourly to play on a LAN if you didn't have 4 computers in a LAN or 3 friends.
Matter gets to the heart of the matter.
People to play with. No. Well, I mean, I went there with my buddy, but we play against random people. But so yeah, they had Doom and like Command and Conquer.
Yeah.
Shit like that. So we'd go there, but the dude who owned it started playing Magic, and next thing you know, they had a table set up, and they'd be playing Magic, and it's run by a bunch of nerds. So you get there, and they're playing whatever, and you were like, "Hey man, you want to play some games?" You're like, "Yeah, whatever. You got to finish this Magic game and shit." Like they would totally like disregard the profitable side of the business.
Yeah,
they
'cause
didn't they didn't charge people to play Magic. People just came over and they had a table, and they would just play Magic because it was another place where you could meet people who liked Magic. And so,
but not like Jason Magic.
right. And my friend Mike, who I went with, he played Magic, but so we would go and whatever, and I would always just be like, "Oh, dude, you gonna talk to these dudes about Magic again? Like, I don't care. It's so like it's just a scam to like take all your money, right?" That's the thing. I clearly immediately was like, "Wait, but this is like okay." So it's bad enough with like role playing games in general. It's a business, and it's probably at the time was a difficult one to keep afloat. So, they're like, they always have to make up more books and shit for you to buy. But these just like skipped past that. They were like, no. You're never going to stop buying shit.
Yeah. Well, no. And so actually when I always wanted to play, we just called it proxy. So we would just get just regular cards or like the land that were
You
a
write the
penny,
card on
and
it.
we would write the thing on it because I was interested in playing it from a pure strategical thing, not a like
Right, not from a collecting shit.
He who has the most dollars to waste on this dumb game wins.
Which you, unless you were specifically paying top dollar for a specific card, you would be buying packs, right? It was the classic card
right.
collector model.
They got kids hooked on drugs and gambling real early.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm like. This is a fucking like. Why are you? I constantly, this is one of those, like, you're a teenager and you're like, is everyone I know insane? Or like, I mean, my friend Mike, what? I mean, I get it. Again, it appeals to.
Well, what's funny is I got rid of all my cards, and then recently I looked up what the value would have been, and they're actually worth a ton of money.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Full
which is
disclosure,
bizarre.
I'm actually part of a business selling a similar game, and I also hook kids on drugs and gambling.
So you're the problem.
I am 100%
That's
the
basically what
problem.
you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Send your hate mail to hatemail@yourmusicisbad.com.
yeah. I mean, but anyway, so right, so Magic the Gathering is a great way to steal teenagers' monies. And then on top of that, I've always disliked that company, Wizards of the Coast, because then they bought D&D and they basically took over the role-playing game world, which is funny because they got started with a card game.
Did they buy White Wolf too?
No, that's CCP,
Oh, okay.
the EVE Online company.
Oh, okay. It's true. No, when I first moved to Seattle, WotC, that's the lingo for Wizards of the Coast for the cool kids. WotC had a gigantic building on the Ave, which upstairs was an arcade, and downstairs, if you ever saw the Magic the Gathering tournaments at 3 a.m. on ESPN2, that's where they were held in the basement of this building. But it did not last. That building was like it was shut down well before I left Seattle. I feel like it was shut down almost within like a year of me getting there. It was closed by 2000. I don't know what their deal was.
That's weird. The companies, I mean, they're from there.
Yeah.
But I know they ran into some money trouble after.
Well, no, that was the thing. They had a big boom,
Yeah.
and then they had a big money trouble, and then I feel like they got through it.
Clicks,
Yeah, they're still all over the place. They definitely recovered.
Right, but I think it's not just like they're subsisting. I think they like started making real money again.
Yeah. Well, and I think part of how they did that is they kind of hit. I mean, yeah, that was part of it. Is by acquiring like
D&D and stuff. Yeah, they got other IP,
and then they bought.
Well, that happened in the late 90s. I mean, that was way earlier.
I know.
They bought TSR a while ago, and the money problems came later.
Right. But I'm saying, so that was part of their they probably overexpanded a little.
Yeah. It was the clicks stuff.
Yeah.
Well, and it wasn't. I feel like somehow Pokemon was involved in this. I feel like that. No, like that.
Well, there was
took their
there was a
market share.
CCG at some point.
Right. That's what I was saying. That's
Yeah,
why I was trying
maybe.
to talk about like people know Pokemon.
Well, that's part of it. Is that there were other. I mean.
There's
There were
Yu-Gi-Oh!
a bunch
and
of other,
Pokemon.
there were tons of other CCGs in the late 90s. I think that's the problem. They probably, they probably started to lose a little when well, that and all the people whose like lives, I don't want to say were destroyed, but were like
not even
severely detoured by Magic the Gathering.
Here's the thing.
dipped in like the mid to late 2000s, but it's
no, but
back
Yeah, because all
pretty
those people
strong
were
now.
probably broke.
No, but here's the thing. You had to at least like have another person to play with.
Yeah.
Right, and you had to go somewhere. So it wasn't like I don't feel like it did anywhere near the damage something like EverQuest did. Right?
World of
Because
Warcraft.
people would stop going to work.
Right.
Whereas this was like, man, you gotta go get some more cheddar to like
You still gotta like meet
score
up with your
stuff.
friends.
Yeah,
You still
yeah.
gotta have gaming night and shit. Yeah.
So I don't feel like it was that bad. But this is probably all easily Googleable, and we're
what?
just speculating.
You know what probably actually did hurt them was when online gaming actually
really
became
a
viable.
thing, right?
So maybe
Right, because it used to be you needed a LAN party.
The video gaming center got its revenge because, well, not really, because that guy. I mean, it's not. What a fucking dumbass. I mean, again, they did like some Magic card like buying and selling eventually.
Yeah.
Like, but I don't know. That doesn't seem like a super profitable.
Yeah, I don't know.
I do feel like you're onto something there because I feel like the low points of Magic
timing
are
makes
the
sense.
same peak years of like EverQuest and World of Warcraft.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And again, then you have something you're gonna be like, yeah, I can't make Magic this week because I
got a raid. My guild's got a raid.
Yeah, exactly. And then everyone just goes, oh, wait, your guild? You're what now? You know, it's this game you play online and you run around like a thing and you can actually see stuff happening and you don't just have like a bunch of cards and like, what?
Some
Yeah,
people are
you
into
pay
Magic
them-
for the lore, man.
Right, the lore. Yeah, that's the, like.
Yeah, because games
It's
don't
so
have
stupid.
lore.
Yeah.
Games have lore.
That was the thing,
Dark
right?
Souls, that was the whole thing. Was or Demon Souls, the creepy lore. You had to piece it together through the lore.
I mean, way too much of this episode. I mean, I guess it's appropriate if there's any episode where we're going to talk about
Whatever.
The Gathering,
We're not talking about pro
it should
wrestling,
be
so like
right. If we're going to talk
keep
about
trying.
The Gathering, it should be when we're talking about The Gathering.
The Gathering.
But
you got that song queued up. I mean, you
Right.
can hit it. So because now you'll know the card
Right.
name real
You'll-
quick.
You'll know.
It's real smooth. Oh, did the
It
bass
just sounds
drop?
like you forgot to like edit this or something.
Okay, no, this is offensively bad. I'm sorry. I can't.
Yeah, okay,
I have to.
so-
And you get the idea because that's the entire.
No,
it
but
just keeps going for another 2
I
minutes.
just
like
want to
that.
point out
Right.
how that verse went. dun 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 dun, dun. Like that
Over
has
and
that
over
same
again,
like
yeah.
sing-songy.
Right.
Dum dum boom.
Yeah.
But like what was that one line? A pay raise and 5,000 new friends or something from a magic card? I don't understand. And the thing is, they're so
E-friends, man.
They're
E-friends.
so obsessed with this card, they actually like shout out to him in other songs. Okay?
Yeah.
And again, I haven't listened to the whole album, so it might even be crazier. But like, there's another one of the songs has like a breakdown where they're like, invented Jace in San Diego, invented Jason, and you're like, what? And like, yeah, it's
Yeah, no, that one,
and the one about filling out your deck register sheet. They're like, you meant to say Jace, but you wrote Bellerin. And you're like, oh, what?
If you're gonna write a song about how that card is better than all other cards, you better make damn sure that song is better than every other fucking song on your album.
or better than any song that's ever been written besides it. No, the thing about
I could be listening to Rite of Spring right now.
So it's like the first thing that the first mistake is the beat, right? So it's one of these things that sounds like I feel like modern composition has become beat making, which has become you just layer shit. And again, it's kind of like it's almost like atonal music. Unless you are,
but it's not as far from rock music at all, which I always gripe on being cumulative ostinato. That's the problem with so much rock and metal music.
Yeah.
It's cumulative, and this stuff's the same deal. It's just you just keep layering.
Right.
It's the Devin Townsend school of.
But the interesting thing, so it starts off with that really awkward rhythm, which kind of sounds like you just like tap something in, and then what you should have done was then go back and like, make sure it lines up as like an effective rhythm, and then or like quantize it a little, some shit, like
Smooth it out.
yeah, like so. There's that, and then the guy's like, "Oh, that I should just make that like the theme of the whole thing, and that'll be the rhythm and melody everything is on." And then they take that little chunk and then they just repeat it. Like this song, like it's hilarious for about a minute, but if I keep playing it, you will be like, turn that shit the fuck up. What are you doing?
No,
why is this
which
still
is exactly
on?
what
Songs for
happened.
first graders, you know?
Yeah, exactly. No,
Like
exactly.
where the person's in the stuffed animal costume singing songs. Yeah.
Just the mind
Right? No,
sculptor.
it's totally sing-songy. It's offensively bad.
Like that's only something somebody would just like mutter to themselves in a mental hospital. And they're like, I don't know. He's been singing that for years.
They
I
got
don't know.
their
I don't know
mind
what
sculpted,
Jace the Mind Sculptor is, but he's
It's
obsessed
like
with it.
it was like Marky Ramone at the airport singing "Here Comes the Baby." Okay, you gotta play the bad beat story with a badass beat. Can you
what's the bad beat story?
never Pro Tour?
Oh yeah.
This is but that's what he says in the intro. It's just so bad. Another spoken intro explaining the song.
All right, so I don't think we need to give it any more preface to.
Yeah.
Although it's called Never Was parentheses on the with an A Pro Tour and parentheses.
Nor will you be with these beats.
Because like I just random tangent. Yeah. Random tangent, because I always find parentheticals in song titles hilarious.
Right?
Like,
No, they're the best. That's why like half of
Right.
all joke names I come up with contain
Exactly.
parentheses because it is the best device.
it's the easiest way to like. It's like a
You win parentheses money.
Exactly. It's like it doubles your comedy value. You're gonna that $50 is no that's gonna get you $300 worth of comedy.
Yeah, right. This $75 is gonna get you $150 worth of laughs, or like I don't know what it is.
You were closer. My screwing up a yacht rock reference for the week.
I never was on the Pro Tour. Yeah, this one's for the rest of us.
It's that slow jam, you know?
Hold
The
on.
ones of us left behind never made it to the big time. You all know the story. This is about being X1 going into the last round. Get paired down. Is your boy making 9th place on tie breaks? That's right, this one's a bad beat story. And you better believe it's got a badass beat.
Because if you don't believe, no one will.
I think this might be the closest to like you could hear how this could have been a not completely shitty song.
Yeah.
Right.
But the mix sucks.
Oh,
and
yeah.
The beat's shit.
Right.
You know what else is a spoken word intro?
The melody. It's got a hook. It's like a shitty hook, but it's the closest thing to a legitimate.
No, there's not. It doesn't have the sing song.
Right.
Don't.
It actually has a antecedent consequent phrase, right? Which I was hoping he was going to demonstrate by singing it, but it's... The references are all so specific too. It's so...
No Pro Tour. No Grand Prix.
Kill yourself to this buckwheat music.
That's
It's okay to take yourself out the game.
Also has a spoken word intro.
Right.
Telling you what the song's about.
Hang on, there's more. I was about to tell you to turn this shit off, but then he said, hang on, there's more. And I was like, oh okay, you won me over. We're doing this. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know what all this shit's talking about anyway, so...
So that's the slow jam. In if you missed it, it is a bad beat story that you better believe has a badass beat. Yeah, it's terrible. And it's about it. So I feel like a lot of people listening don't even understand what that was about.
Oh,
So what he's saying is, so when you play a tournament, okay, if you're in the top 8, you advance. And so basically he's saying so a bad beat in gambling parlance, that's say in poker, you have a hand that should win, or you're playing the odds correctly, and there's basically there's only one possible hand that would beat you, and you bet a ton of money, and you lose. So that's a bad beat.
Right.
When
So
you lose a bunch of money when you should have won.
And he's saying I had this, he had this, I had this, he had this. So he's explaining that even though he should have been kicking ass, the guy
right, and then he's
like,
but then I placed 9th on tie breaks. I should have been 8th, whatever. It's just so stupid. This is awful. This is I could not, if we were sitting around and we're we need to make the dumbest album possible, and someone came up with, they were dude, a Magic the Gathering rap album, I would probably laugh for an hour straight, and for 3 months tell every person I met about this hilarious idea we came up with. Okay? But these guys did it, and they were serious, and they thought it was a good idea. And this is so bad. This is so bad. Are you good? Do you want to play another track?
Yeah. I was gonna play Still Had All D's.
Yes. That is the correct track to play.
Again, I want to clarify. Still Had All DEEZ.
Yeah,
Still
D's.
had D's nuts.
Yes, thank you.
But D's magic cards, because that's cooler.
Oh no, you don't need to explain it because they explain it.
Oh, I'm sorry. We really. We should have just played the album and put it up as a podcast and been pretty funny, right? Hilarious.
Be the jokes write themselves. Yeah. You don't need our commentary. Yeah, play this shit.
Alright, so here we got to address a little bit of sportsmanship that's going down in the community. I'm talking about a little overkill. You can only win a match once, right? But sometimes people just gotta let you know how they had you dead twice over. Look at my pool. They had enough extra cards in their hand.
Cards.
Just kill you all over again. Yeah, we got a name for that. We like to call it the still had all these, cause you know.
His voice, it's like he's trying to sound like he's having a good time.
Take a look at this. I still had
Just
all
super
these.
excited,
What they
man.
say, yo.
About magic.
I still had all these. I still had all these. I'm gonna win. I still had all these. Not looking good. Down to
Not looking good. The truest statement uttered so far.
tap and draw for my turn. Maybe find a block. But then you tap your red and lay down a shock. Okay, whatever. You did it and it's done. Can we go to game 2 now that you won? Not really sure what I was hoping to rip. But then you just smile and you lay down your grip. Check it out, bro. I still had this fire blast. You were dead even if that shock didn't last. And I could have made a copy with this twin cast. And if you countered it, I had red elemental blast. Okay, I get it. Can we move on, please? You got a case of that still had all these.
He immediately starts hitting that sample trigger. It just, a lot of the stuff, I'm like, I hear what I think you were going for, but
No, well, so again, I need to point out.
Right.
Dun, 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 dun.
yeah. No, it's weird because especially with
I
the whole like,
really want to hammer that point.
and then he goes from that to like, I came to say raps and I'm saying some words and then I said them a bunch and I rhymed and stuff.
I feel like it's like Kristen Wiig, like rapping skit. Like,
Right. It's like, see what you'd be like, especially because of the intro. The intro is more convincing than the actual rapping. He's yo, you know how sometimes stuff happens, and I mean, he still sounds
no,
white,
and there's
but
there's the hype man repeating like the keywords to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we got to discuss sportsmanship going down in the community.
There's one major way they went totally wrong with this album. And
One?
Well, yeah.
Let me count the ways.
So if you're gonna write oddly specific rap songs, make them parody of something that's already popular. Like, so there's this guy who has a bunch of StarCraft songs that are popular songs just with new lyrics.
Right, it's like the Weird Al
Like
StarCraft.
all I do
Weird
is stim. Like that's a song, and it's actually good. But this is fucking garbage because they wanted to be original and just
Well, like I said, like it reminds me of YouTube parodies.
yeah.
Well, yeah, no, but I mean, so the thing is, this dude. Okay, so all right, the two guys. For those of you who are wondering who these dudes are, the MC, his name is Patrick Chapin. I don't know, Chapin, quote unquote, the innovator. So that's why he's got to be innovative here, like, you know. And then the producer is this guy Bill Bolden, and his name, his like performance name is Spruke. Now, okay, I gotta tell a quick story about this. So when this came out and I showed you guys this, I could have sworn that you said,
I'm pretty sure I know Bill.
yeah, you knew Bill
Yeah.
in Buffalo. Okay,
Yeah.
all right, good. I'm glad we're back on the page on that. So then, like a few weeks ago, out of nowhere, because again, I've never posted about this because I was afraid of the Rebecca Black effect, or that maybe people wouldn't get the joke and they thought because I've literally had people write me before when I post stuff and they're like, well, I don't get it. Is this cool or is this a joke? And I'm like, well, what do you think it is?
You have to ask.
If you have to ask.
Well, no. When I posted to Angela's band, when I posted The Great Collapse, like I had somebody write me like, "Am I supposed to like this?" I'm like, "Yes, it's amazing."
Do you have ears?
What's your deal? No,
I mean, I'm not too surprised. Sometimes people, especially with metal, they're like, "So, guy who likes metal, is this good metal or bad metal?" Because I don't know. So I kind
Well,
of.
but it was
Yeah.
from a metalhead.
Yeah,
then
but most of them are sheep.
That's
to be
true.
honest.
I mean, look.
Well,
Okay, look.
she kind of was also like in love with me, and I think wanted the validation of.
I mean,
like,
I get this a little bit too, especially since the podcast, because people occasionally be like, "I want to hear what you think about this," you know, because they're like, "So I noticed that you hate a lot of things. I want to hear if you hate this and why."
Yeah.
Well,
okay. So anyway, a few weeks ago, Spruke started following me on Twitter. And I was like, whoa, wait, what? Whoa. And that's why, and then I messaged you guys. I was like, did one of you talk to Spruke? Did you tell him something about me? And you're like, no. And I'm like, why did he start following me out of nowhere? So that was super weird. So
you asked me about that. I can't remember
So
I knew all the Magic players in Buffalo around like 2003, 2004.
So you knew about what was going down in the community?
I guess.
Sportsmanship
we just
concern?
played in the same building. Like
So-
I played other games, but
So, okay, so then the thing is, though, I at that point went and looked up, he has a link from his Twitter. I'm like, okay, I'm going to see what this is about. He has a Patreon, which he calls a Patreon, in which he discusses like that he has this EDM podcast, and in order to prepare for it, he listens to over 60 hours of EDM a week. And he's like, I listen to it like when I'm eating, I listen to it when I'm at work, and it shows him like computer programming because of course he's a computer programmer. And he's like doing this. Another thing I wanted to mention, this would have been a perfect episode to video because the look on your guys' faces as we listen to this, like Eric is like, I can't believe this is real. Matt's face is turning red, trying not to laugh over the track. Like, it's so bad. And now you can't see me doing my impression. Like, go watch his Patreon video because you're just like, you don't understand social interactions. Because you're like, it's totally one of those, this is what people do, right? And you're like, no, that is not what they do. That is a bad approximation of something someone might have done, but that...
Yeah.
And it's just obvious, like, this dude doesn't have a clue, and it's really bad. And yeah, so if you're afraid of people buying the album, I'm afraid of people supporting his Patreon. Like that would be my worst nightmare, is validation to keep doing this stuff. But
I was gonna listen. The problem with the podcast, I'm pretty sure he actually, like, it's a music, like playing music podcast.
Right, including his own tracks, though.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's not, what I'm saying is, if it was him like talking about EDM, I would be all over it. But if
No,
it's just,
only the choicest cuts make it.
And I don't.
But he still lives in Buffalo, right? Because
Probably.
that's totally where the scene is right now, right?
The scenes on the internet, man.
No, it's in LA.
It's on
I
the-
mean, it's enough in LA that Mixmag had to move their headquarters from the UK.
Yeah,
to
well,
LA.
we can ask Deb about that when she's on next week.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's bad. You should just play another track.
Oh yeah.
Please don't. I'm suffering. This is so bad.
You can bow at any time,
Well, yeah,
man.
that's what I'm saying.
No
The
one will
crazy
think
thing
less
is,
of you.
I rarely am like, I can't no more.
This is what's so
and
crazy about, because like you said, like, I'm laughing over. I've heard all of these many
times.
but I'm still surprised
it's
how bad they
still
are.
fresh.
It's still
right. It's unrecountably bad.
I think we've played the only one that.
Look, here are the ones. I
played all my favorites except the Storm. We got to talk about a whole other.
Oh yeah,
other
Storm
deal.
is like a whole nother
Should do that
deal.
last. That's a whole.
Don't
whole
Drink
thing.
and Draft is unbelievably bad. Like, I feel like that's bad
yeah.
even for this album.
That was one where I was like, how did this clearly was some other thing they made and then just threw on this album.
Right. It was like the C side.
Yeah.
The following is a public service announcement.
It's also like a totally different style of music,
Right.
more or less.
I got a 12-pack and 12 packs. Sounds like a 4-man to me. Am I right? Drinking and drafting is a dangerous thing. At the end of your turn, you keep forgetting to ping. Combat math keeps changing, too impatient to think. So you say screw it and swing with the team.
Swing with the team?
It's a 4-man.
I'll bet it is.
Cards.
Nice card sample.
Talk about short-term memory lapse, and by my second pick, I already forgot what I was passing. So many pipe dreams that I'm amassing. Like, this time, I'll get all the relentless rats. Ha! I'm talking about archetypes just plain dumb. Like every time I drunk draft M11. I'm talking about Millstone, pick one, pack one. You know,
I just want to be clear that line where what are you saying about something about rats?
I'll get all the
Relentless
relentless rats this time.
As he said that, we all just kind of like stopped and stared at each other in horror and had nothing to say.
Well, no, I have something to
okay,
say.
go ahead.
That's okay. So I've worked with a lot of computer geek guys, and that's when I feel like that's one of those things where they're talking about something, and one of them would say something like that like the other one thinks is hilarious, and you're just like, there's nothing about this that is funny. You guys are so awkward. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean, it's like
one of the-
insular social circles that only get their own jokes.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no, like, I've played this game. I have no idea what that
same.
what that joke is.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, and you're just like, but I'm pretty sure that even if I got it, it still wouldn't be funny.
Yeah.
Like, it's just this is just really bad.
Oh man. Okay, so let's see. I didn't listen to the entire. I couldn't get through there's too many tracks on this thing.
That's the last one for me. I'm tapping out.
No, okay.
If
Well,
we're
then
going
we
there.
can go to the storm.
We have to listen to the storm, because the storm. All right, this will be the last one we play. But here's what you really need to do. The storm is the only track where they made a video that has actual video and it's decently edited as far as like how it kind of syncs up with like what's going on. I mean, it's not high quality or anything, but
Well, because they wrote the song about what's happening in the video,
right.
So it's not that hard to edit it together,
Right. But my point is, I'm just giving them a tiny bit of credit for doing something slightly more confident than everything else, or whoever they got to edit it for them, or whatever. But basically, right. It's my original confusion with this. It's the last track on the album. It's a song about somebody like winning a tournament.
Yeah, it's about a very specific game.
It's about a specific game, a specific guy who I think he was on a team with him. He didn't win, but his friend who was on the team with him did. But when I first heard it, I thought it was him, because I was like, wait, is this like the bookend to like never was on a pro tour? Like, he never was on a pro tour, but then he was, or he won a whatever the fuck. And then that's it. It's the last track on the album. And then he didn't do any more Tha Gatherin. Although, again, this isn't like a chronological album. It's an album I think they threw more shit on.
Yeah.
Because it might actually, a lot of digital distribution, you pay per album. So they may have not paid more by simply putting more tracks on the same album.
Yeah.
So, but the main thing is I was always like, oh, this is like, and it's very like, it seems very intense, and like it seems
You're
the
like,
most,
it's the cathartic,
like
and-
whoa, right? Like this is like whoa, the storm, like the fucking, oh man.
You
But
tapped all the cards, man.
yeah, and then it's over. The Gathering's over. But I don't know. It's
the dispersal.
it's not. I guess apparently
It's my nerd rap album, The Dispersal.
Is it about gamer funk? Please.
But anyway, so you should actually. This is the one video of theirs I would actually say is worth watching, because there are certain parts of it that are funny.
If you don't value your time,
Right.
Which, if you're listening to this podcast, you probably don't.
Or if you're musically masochistic, which you probably are. If you
listen to this,
podcast.
yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Right.
All of our listeners should watch this.
Stormborn years ago, 9 all alone, trapped in my mind. Solitary and confined to pay for time aligned with crime. Only was hunger, pain, fighting not to go insane. Losing freedom.
I like the 9 Inch Nails. Like,
Never gave in to despair. Giving up when life's unfair. Character beyond compare. Now a real man standing there. Max of 52, I'm adding 4 more jokers, 4 more kings. Never ever stop designing cards and decks and magic things. 4 years later, I rotated back. 4 years since I cracked my last booster pack.
See, he's talking about all the shit that happened over years.
yeah.
This is like.
Ready to become the next world champ. Best possible team for Sheezy. Gabrielle and her bird Hazy. Dragonstorm broke the Swiss easy. I could feel a building.
I feel like he wrote that backwards. He was like, what rhymes with easy?
Yeah.
Auto-tune chorus.
I can hear that there's actually a lot of layers. They're just all in the same frequency range. I got it.
Scabby in a game of who's most lucky. Up to 1 after game 3, he molds to 4 insanity. Seems hopeless for the Frenchie developed our mana when we wait for the storm to come. He plays Lotus, clocks on 3.
Plays Lotus. Clocks on 3.
And so he's faced to the storm, says go please.
See, I can't tell
My expertise.
what's going on at all, but if you watch the video, at least you're like, Oh, okay, they're playing Magic the Gathering. That's what's happening.
I have a vague idea of what's going on.
Yeah. I mean, I occasionally hear a thing, I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's a Magic card that he said, and then I know what, like, land and mana are, kind of.
Does he mix his EDM the same way? Or everything's...
I don't know.
Wait, you didn't listen to it?
No. I watched the Patreon video. That was enough.
All right. All right.
I feel a sadness that I haven't felt in a long time.
Just so you know, there's more to that song. Matt just like did a
Wait,
really
was
good
there
job.
anything particularly weird that happens at some point? Is it worth listening to more of it? I'm just trying to.
Oh no! I just didn't want people to think that it would it ended there.
No, it's
like
that's 2 minutes and 46 seconds in. There's another 3 minutes and 51.
Yeah, it's a really long
It's their
song.
longest song, I think.
And
that's like, I was like, oh, it's their epic 7-minute song
Well,
about
it's like
somebody won a Magic game.
right. It's like the last track on a Pain of Salvation album is like the epic
right.
one.
Okay,
like
okay.
yeah.
And again, I'm super programmed to expect that like concept album structure. We have the big fucking finale at the end, which is why if I listen to a concept album and the last track is sort of like half-assed, I'm like, what are you fucking doing, man? That's the one thing that like is
That was
supposed
your money
to,
shot.
Yeah. Like anyway. But right, so and especially again, I was like, never was on a pro tour, but then this is about winning a big match, and like I don't know what it was because I can't follow it still. But
Well,
It was at the high school lunch table.
It was about-
It wasn't Pro Tour. You know.
no, there was about like dudes from Switzerland or something. Herbert Heasy for Sheezy.
oh yeah,
like
it was something about somebody being a world champion or something. So it
Yeah.
must have been some kind of championship.
yeah, no, and they're like show like there's people there.
Yeah.
like this was clearly some big tournament. Like I don't know, but it was just yeah. I don't
And he
know.
talked about something about like 4 years and then another 4 years. He's talking about like an 8-year period. So again, I was like, maybe the first 4 years never been on a pro tour, but then stuff has happened.
Yeah, it's but yeah, it's like the story of like whatever happened in that game that it's impossible to follow along because I don't know what they're talking about and
You weren't there.
no, but even with the video, and I just feel like even if I did know what these things were, I still wouldn't understand because it's just fairly poorly put together.
So his other, he has music under the name Spruke.
Spruke, yeah.
Which I guess is that his EDM?
Oh yeah. Oh no, I forgot about. I did listen to some of this, but no, the stuff I listened to
There's two things.
was
There's-
not the EDM stuff. It
there's
was the
Spruke,
like
and then there's-
ambient.
And the ambient stuff is music to Die Alone in Space 2.
Yes.
And that's literally the title.
I feel like I'm dying alone in space already.
We're here for you.
Music to Die Alone in Space 2 is the.
We'll burn
title.
together. Let's burn together
Do you want to? Should we listen to one of these?
into oblivion. Are we still rolling?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna put this track on. This is one that. It's pretty ambient. So you can. And then Rich is gonna read the Facebook conversation we had when I first heard this.
It's riveting.
You get the full experience. Oh shit! Right, it's YouTube, so I can't.
Yeah, I thought you
Not
were going to like turn
defocusing
the
on-
volume up or something.
I was, but then I realized it had completely turned off. All right, you can read the thing. I'm pretty sure by this point.
I can just read over it.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So
No, they get the full experience that way.
So Matt finds this video and he sends it to me and he goes, "This is sort of how all ambient stuff sounds to me, but I can still tell this is really bad. This is what I would record if I wanted to parody ambient electronic music." So then like my rephrasing of Matt's comments was, "As far as bland, undifferentiable music goes, this stands out." And then my comment was, Yeah, these are like the patches that his keyboard came with.
These are the patches all keyboards come with.
No, right. He spent no time to like engineer this sound. It was just like, I have this keyboard. I'll just
I found this sound called warm pad. I don't know what that means. I'm not sure what kind of pad is involved.
I know you use pads in ambient music though, so I'm gonna use these.
Yeah. Especially this weird.
He's taking the colander out of the bucket of water. Sorry, that was the last episode.
That's okay. Dedicated listeners will
Yeah.
get the joke.
If you didn't hear it, you can go check it out. It is well, it might actually be the next episode. I don't know if I might do these reverse order, but either
Yeah.
way, check out. It's gonna be some reference to 20th century atonal music because it was all about crazy atonality stuff. And
Not all of atonal. Some of it was just bad.
right, but
Contemporary concert music.
concert music.
Your
Correct.
concert is bad, and you should feel bad.
If I were like willing to go to jail, I would use that as a way to advertise our show, like on billboards for concerts. Just paste over, whatever the band is with.
Well, in New York, you could do that. Flyering. Actually,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
not a bad fucking idea. Just flyer over posters. For,
Right, that the people put on where it says post no bills, and then they post the bills for all
and
these
just put your music is
shit.
bad and you should feel bad. And
I was pretty sure
website.
that. Wait, that's legal?
No, what I'm saying is people are already
Doing that, yeah.
is totally not legal.
Right, and-
so
and
just
the
get
point is-
just get like a
Right,
bumper
just a
stickers
sticker
and put
all-
them
right.
over so it doesn't obscure the thing completely.
Oh yeah, just so it's visible, just like a white bumper sticker says your music is bad and you should feel bad, and has like the. I mean, do I need to put the website for idiots? Is that a thing? Like,
Yes.
No, because there was a period at the turn of the century where every T-shirt and everything had like .com on it.
Yeah.
If you see something that says Google, you know that they have a website that like you can find, right? So,
Right.
I mean, I guess
well, that's the thing. If you type, I don't know.
it might just sound like a statement, though. There needs to be some indication that there's
which
like
is
a
why
thing that
if
you
there-
can
right.
engage with.
Which
so
is why
maybe
if there's
just
a
put
website-
.com like at the like just put your music is bad and you should feel bad, and then at the bottom it says .com or like.
But it's not your music is bad and you should feel
Oh.
bad.com. It's your music is bad.com. I could just put your music is bad.com.
You could just put like on iTunes.
I mean, I could just literally, because again, I was with the same thing with the business card. I could literally just go with yourmusicisbad.com. And people be like, is that a joke? Like, that was also
Yeah.
a thing for a while where people would tag jokes by just saying .com for no reason.
Oh,
like,
right.
yeah.
Your
you're not
mom
that-
.com.
like maybe your mom knows .com. Or like
That was a thing.
Yeah.
a thing with people who don't understand humor.
Short-lived.
Right. No, it was a thing where people would because
My friends are funny. Sorry.
there are real versions of it where comedians would say something.com and in a context that makes sense. Like, oh, like the imaginary humorous business is this, but people would use it in a context that didn't make any sense just because they had heard other people make jokes like that, and they would just be like, yeah, nicecomeback.com, like what? That doesn't, why would that be a website? That doesn't even, and then your head
Wait,
explodes because you're
let's
trying to
check
talk
if
to idiots.
nicecomeback.com is a website.
Probably is. Why are we still listening to this?
Because
good
no one has
background,
died yet.
actually.
Because it hurts me less than all the other things we've listened to.
This was a ton ting. We're gonna whoever survives through the most of Spruke's music gets to publish the episode.
Oh, man.
The reward is low.
He does have a lot more YouTube subscribers than I do.
6 years enter.
Yeah, but so
2
does
years leave.
Stevie T, who is the worst.
So does every one of those assholes on YouTube billboards.
Bethany I remember when I was listening to the episode where we're talking about that, I realized I had her name wrong. It's Bethany Moda.
Yeah.
I said like
I remember that.
Stephanie
I recognize
Moda
that
or
one.
something.
Oh, it's just
Is that
that
the one where
She
we
did
talk
makeup
about how you have to-
tutorials. I
that
think.
kid, that Tyler Oakley kid. I told you. Okay, I'm gonna talk about the thing. Okay, so I randomly turned on the TV. This is one of the things where like, how I used to actually spend time masochistically watching random dumb crap on TV. I rarely do that anymore because there's just so much bad stuff on TV and DVRs. I mean, you don't ever have to like flip through channels and shit. But I randomly turned on my TV and it was on MTV. and that Catfish show was on, and apparently in its 3rd season, and randomly that dude was on it.
Wait a sec, but wasn't the 1st season like forever ago? So they didn't get canceled and they just brought it back?
I mean, it was a movie. It was a shitty documentary,
Right, and then the show was like right then. I thought.
And that was like 5-6 years ago or
right,
something.
that's what I'm saying. I think it got canceled and they were like,
Maybe.
we're out of ideas. You know what we should do? We should roll that 3rd season of Catfish we never showed because it was so stupid.
And apparently stunt cast YouTube stars on it. Because he was just randomly on an episode, trying to like...
Why do you still have cable?
Oh, yeah. So this Tyler Oakley, he's the one who has... And I remember him because he doesn't do anything. He has 7 million subscribers, which is the most of any of those Billboard kids. And the only thing that he does, as far as I know, is, tell you to be yourself, which everybody pretty much does, except for the government.
But he'll tell you that forever because he's stuck doing that because that's his YouTube persona.
And he just does shit and like films it, and that's it. And so he's one of the most successful people at doing nothing. But he was on Catfish for there's no thematic connection between that. Actually I take that back. He's from the internet. And
cross promotion.
Yeah, it's technically internet related. I guess if you spend too much time, if you've gotten catfished, you might spend ridiculous amounts of time watching dumb shit on YouTube.
On the internet.
Yeah. But I was just like, why is this guy, how did he get on my TV? Like, that's the one good thing about TV is it's not YouTube.
Right, the barrier to entry was supposed to be high.
Right. You expect to see...
But then they had 500 channels.
And 3 seasons of Catfish.
They needed stuff.
Which is a show
to fill the time.
Where
Guy Fieri made that possible for everyone.
3 seasons of Catfish, which is a show where, like, renegade detectives, they meet somebody... Every episode, they find somebody who has a internet relationship, and yet, which is full of red flags every time, right? That's the whole point. Like, why did you bring us in? Because this person refuses to like Skype with you or something, right? There's no reason to get catfished anymore, right? That hasn't been a thing that should happen
like
to you
Snapchat
since like 2000.
Is a thing,
right? Skype is a thing. Like you can. So when somebody's like, yeah, I just can't ever like let you look at my face in a way that would prove that it's my face.
I was scalded by acid.
Yeah, but I can't believe that's a TV show, but whatever. And I the thing I hate more than anything about it though is just that that's the term for that now, because it's so dumb. I don't know if did you ever see that movie?
No.
I saw
Actually, it was on TV once when I was living in Maryland, and like so I saw like 5 minutes of it. But
yeah.
Right, but I was like, I don't need to watch any more of this.
Here's why I saw it. One, when it came out, they wouldn't tell you what it was about, because if they did, no one would have gone to see it. It was a stupid piece of shit. It is a stupid piece of shit movie. Didn't need to get made. And the fact that this guy is still doing the same dumb thing is just like proof that he is a shitty filmmaker.
Or proof that people are stupid.
Well, that too. But also it's like but even, okay, at some point, I don't care. After 3 seasons of just like driving around talking to people who are too dumb to not get like defrauded on the internet, like you haven't, you claim to be a filmmaker, right? Like a documentarian, right? And the whole Catfish thing was like, I'm a filmmaker, right? What do I make films about? I don't know. I'm talking to this girl on the internet, but it's kind of fishy. Let's turn this into a movie. And then once they made it, they were probably like, if we tell people what this is about, no one is going to see it. But if we act like it's a mystery and something bad could actually happen, they played it off like a horror film.
Really?
Yeah. No, the trailers.
Yeah.
There's
I remember.
One scene. There's one scene where they drive up to like at the middle of the night,
some garage,
yep. And they try to peek in the windows. And I was like, oh shit! And that was the whole trailer. And then you see the movie, and you're like, I don't think that was even like the right. They like randomly drove up to somebody's house. Like I don't think it was any of the people involved. Even in the middle of the night, they just drove up to somebody's garage and peeked in. And I'm like, that's just trespassing.
The stupid thing about that is that already was a horror movie. D. Schneider's Strangeland. Captain Howdy, man.
I never saw
So
Strangeland.
this movie was about like this dude who would like have conversations with people over AOL. This was like way back in the day.
Oh, I remember it's pretty.
And
old.
then he would like torture them.
Oh.
The movie was amazing. I mean, well,
And I'd
for
rather
what it was.
What was it called? Strangeland.
Strangeland,
See,
yeah.
I'd rather it be called Getting Strangelanded.
There's like people getting hung up by their nipples and shit. It's weird.
Well, yeah,
It's-
and guess what happened in this documentary though? None of that.
Nothing, yeah.
Nothing. All he did was find out that
he's a moron.
that he's a moron, and that's it.
So
that's
if
it.
you-
Nobody learns anything.
if you hadn't seen Catfish and you want to see a horror movie, just go
but-
see Strangeland.
But let me again. The point is,
Spoiler alert.
this is how they coined the fucking phrase, right? So he, spoiler alert. He finds out it's like, I think the girl was just a random picture they found, but it turns out that the mother of the family that he meets is A, catfishing him, and B, impersonating everyone he talks to on Facebook.
Yeah.
So like she's impersonating like a whole group of people, some of whom are real people, and some are just, pictures she found and whatever. And so
And he didn't know how Google image search worked.
yeah, he didn't know how a lot of things worked. But so he finds that out, and then he's just like, "Oh, gee, that's weird. Why'd you do that?" And then there's this weird thing where I don't know if it's her husband or her father, some old dude who's somehow involved, is just sitting on a porch, and he's like, "Well, something about catfish, and sometimes you catch one, and sometimes you don't, and the better the kid, some like folk wisdom crap."
Yeah.
And then somehow that turns into, now we're going to call it getting catfished. It doesn't make sense. It does not in any way legitimately make sense as like a good metaphor for the thing that happened. Other than like fishing metaphor makes sense.
Right, like catching.
But there's no reason for it to be catfish other than
Yeah.
this dumb thing
Then
this
this
dude
guy
said,
said it, yeah.
that they were like, this is it. This is our mission. This is our like, this is the point of the movie where it all comes together and you're like, oh, catfish. Where I was like, what? That's what you named this movie after? Fuck this guy. Fuck this movie. I want my money back.
No refunds.
So they gave him a show on MTV for 3 seasons, and he's thrilled. See, I would be like, why is this dude from YouTube on my show? But he's like, hey man, you have more fans than me, right? Clearly. What does it have to do with the show? I don't know, but
The internet.
MTV, they're like, what we need is more YouTube stars on television. That's what television's lacking, is YouTube
stars.
What TV is missing.
What
is
UsTube is missing is YouTube.
Oh man. So
Yeah, I'm in ultimate New
Anyway.
Yorker mode. I don't have a TV, right?
yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, when I moved here, I didn't for a good year, and it was a very positive experience. But now I have the opposite, which is that I do everything through my TV. I watch most of my YouTube shit and everything because the
Yeah.
Xbox, I just use all the apps and shit. So it's pretty handy. But okay, so we're not going to listen to any more of Music to Die Alone in Space 2. And we're not going to. And he has some stuff under the name Spruke, which is, I don't even know what that is exactly. It's sort of.
Well, it's supposed to be EDM.
It's supposed to be EDM, but it kind of. Yeah, I guess it's EDM. Yeah.
We don't have to listen to that.
No, we're not. We don't have to listen to anything. So, I don't know. Anything else we want to say about The Gatherin?
It's
Spruke
awful.
and-
It's probably the worst idea carried too far,
Yeah.
right? Because when it was originally 4 songs, you're like, holy shit, this is bad. And now it's like 16. And
Yeah, it's. Yeah.
it's amazing in a way.
Also, as a cautionary tale, don't randomly shove more songs into an album.
It won't make it
It
better.
won't make it better.
I think Viper actually is better than The Gatherin.
Probably.
I think Wesley Willis is better.
I love Wesley Willis.
Yeah, see, there's my point. AC is better. I watched the Brandywine video again the other day.
Oh god.
As usual, we're getting kicked off the stage.
I'm really sad that I didn't go to that show with AC Anal Blast and Shat. Like, that's the best fucking lineup. Just purely based on the text.
Just, yeah, context alone was worth the price of admission.
Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, subscribe on iTunes or yourmusicisbad.com. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at @TheOneTrueMatt. So until next time, this is Matt Lee. I'm turning it off now.